Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are gonna do a makeup look. Tonight is my husband and I's 2-month anniversary date. And so I just figured I'd throw on some makeup and kind of walk you guys through the process. So I do my makeup differently every single time I do it. So there's no specific way of doing things, but this is just a look that I do. So hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so to start, I'm going to put my hair up. And yes, I'm on the floor. I don't have a table right now that is high enough for my light. You have no idea what my setup is. It's like the light is like on the floor at an angle and my phone's in a stand. It's just like a mess. So we're not gonna talk about it. It's the best I could do, but it works. I also have a mirror like right here, like all behind the camera. So I might be leaning over every once in a while when I have to be looking over there. So to start, I'm gonna use Physicians Formula's Spotlight Primer, and I use Physicians Formula foundation right now too, and so it just pairs really well with each other. And I have already washed and moisturized and done my skincare. And I do have zits kind of in places, but sometimes you just gotta go with it. You can kind of see in the light, it's very like shimmery, but it's not like just like, it's not like too much shine, but it definitely has a lot. Like sometimes when I don't want to wear makeup, I'll just put this on as a base and I'll like just go out of the house. Okay, so after that, we're gonna use Physicians Formula's The Healthy Foundation. This is so good, it has SPF in it. I'm telling you, if you've never tried this before, you need to. It's such good quality, and it lasts really long. I like it because it has a wand, so you can kind of like put on as much as you want, which you kind of want to start out with like less. So I just kind of put this all over and then I'll blend it out. And then if I need to put more back on, I will. And I'll go down my neck too. This is a little bit darker than I am right now. So I definitely will go down my neck to make sure it gets me covered. Now I'm gonna use a beauty blender. I've already wet it down. I'm just gonna start patting it in. This has truly been one of my favorites. Like, I have been recently super obsessed with Physicians Formula. Like, a lot of their things are really good. They have a couple of things that I'm not a huge fan of, but this foundation I've been using for months and it's so good, so worth it. It's only like, depending on where you go, it's only like $11 to $15, but honestly for a full coverage foundation, that's pretty good. My favorite high end right now is Lancome, and it's like $50 a bottle, so we don't use that one often. Okay, so that's my first coat, and honestly, I don't think I put a ton on, so I'm gonna put a little bit more on. When I go back over it, I'll usually just do the areas that I'm not going to conceal. I'm gonna put more product over those areas, so I'll just go back in and do like the chin area and then up in the corners, so those parts kind of even out with the concealer, if that makes sense. I don't know, maybe I'm just making that up for myself. Okay, so now that I have that, I don't know if you can see, but that's like really good coverage on my skin. And there's like it's not really dewy at all, but it's definitely not like super matte either. So kind of in between, but this like it doesn't come off super easily. And sometimes I don't set it with powder at all, like I probably won't tonight. Next, I'm gonna use Tarte Shape Tape. This is my favorite high end, and I usually don't go away from this. For this, I'm just gonna, this one is actually really light. I am really big on doing the big contrast. Okay, so just did T-zone and then under my eyes, and I'll just start to blend that out. And another thing, if you do have a darker foundation and you either don't have time or money to get a lighter one, this also works really well because the concealer actually helps lighten your face as it brightens it. So as you see, once I blend all this out, my face overall will look a lot lighter than it did in the beginning. And I try personally not to go, after I go out here, I try not to bring that down at all because you want to keep that like nice and light and tighten up your cheekbones. So I don't start dragging this down. I stay right where it's at the bottom, and I'll blend it out. And I will go over my eyelids. If I'm feeling lazy and don't want to put an eyelid primer on, I will just do this. As you can see, those lighter areas of my face are nice and highlighted now, and it's lightened up the tone of my skin as well. After this, we are going to, I'm actually gonna set my face. I have the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist Spray, whatever. So I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do bronzer. So we're just gonna spray this all over. It kind of helps all the product just melt into your skin. That sounds bad, but it's really good when you're trying to do makeup. So we're gonna put that, we're just gonna give that a second and then I'll come back and do bronzer. Okay y'all, so next is the butter bronzer. This is also by Physicians Formula and it's so good and it's really affordable. I think it was like between $9 and $12. At first you're not gonna see much and then you can kind of build up on it. I'll go up under my chin. Wow, it looks so weird. And I'll go down my neck a little bit just because, you know, it's not my color. And my chest because we're wearing a off the shoulder. I'm gonna fix this hair first. We're back. My hair still looks a little crazy, but we just had to fix that. So sometimes I'll just leave it at this step if I just like want to go out and it's like not a big deal. Like this helps warm my face, but it doesn't have to like chisel my face out. I usually only chisel when it's like really nice events or pictures or anything like that. But since it's a date night and it's kind of nice, I'm probably gonna chisel. I don't know why I say it like that. Okay, so you can see it's definitely warmed up my skin. And then we're going to go ahead and contour. And I just use the Ulta contour kit. I've had this for so long. It's like 20 bucks and these colors last forever. I used to use these highlights too, but I just stopped when I found better ones. So they work for sure, but I really just love these colors. I actually just go straight into the golden bronze, which is the middle one right here that I use the most. And you'll just kind of do it lightly at first. This is a big thing for me. When you contour, I actually see a lot of professionals do it too, which I don't really get. Like, look at me talking. Like, I don't get why these professionals do what they do. I might just like not be super educated on it, but for me, what looks better is like a lot of people do the fish face and then they say go along that line. For me, when I line first, I like to go even a little bit above that fish line because when you blend it, it kind of spreads out. And if you were to start down here and you blend it out, it would kind of start to go down below that line. And I kind of have higher cheekbones, so I would never want to go at all below that line. So when I start to draw it, I actually start up above it. So I'm actually above that fish face line. And you'll see as I start to blend it, you'll notice that it will look higher because that's where my line actually is, and then it doesn't go below that line at all, which I just like better. But I don't know if I've seen anyone else do this. Like all the influencers I've ever watched, all the professional makeup artists, I just see them all do the same thing and I'm like, I don't really get how that makes sense, but I'm also not a professional. I definitely could be the one just doing it wrong. But for me, this works, so take it or leave it. But so I try to just stay up, and I'll bring it down and blend it out up here. So you can kind of see, it's a very bold line. For me, I love the bold look. I would do it any day over just like a very minimal look, but do what you feel. If you're more of that minimal type of makeup, you don't even have to do this step, and that's totally cool too. I'm not gonna set my face with powder today, so I'm actually just gonna go back in and spray with the mist. Let that sit. And I'm gonna go off camera real fast and do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. Just did my eyebrows. If you wanna know what I used Maybelline's Tattoo Studio. It's so nice. This stuff does not come off ever, and it has several different shades. I think it claims that it stays on for like 24 hours or something, maybe 18, I don't know. It's something, it's a lot of hours. But truly, this was like $8, so nice. It's just a gel, but it works really well. That's like a more recent, I would say the past year I've been using that, and it's just so nice. Okay, we're gonna do blush. So the blush I use right now is Milani's, I think this is in Tea Rose 08, and it's just so cute. The packaging is so nice. It's a little rose. I've kind of been brushing it off, but I do just like love this color. It's like, okay, we just lost the color. It's okay, we're just gonna put it back and pretend like it didn't happen. How did that happen? Okay guys, that's never happened before, so I'm disappointed. Hopefully it just goes back in, it won't like pop out again. Who am I kidding? It's gonna pop out again. That's so crazy. Okay, well, we're just gonna keep going with it. I'm just gonna put this on the apples of my cheeks. I might go up a little bit, but I wanna stay on that cheek. I also usually put more blush on at first because I know it'll like fade off. Most blushes like fade off, so. Okay, After that, we're gonna do eyeshadow. I think we're gonna start with Morphe 25B Bronze Mocha palette. This is one of my favorites. I'm gonna go with this first shade up here. So what I tend to do is find a shade that's near my eyelid color, and that's kind of like what I use as my base. So this is meant to be anything fancy, you just kind of swipe it on there. After you do that, I'm gonna pick another color. Actually with the one right below it, so this warm brown color. And I'm gonna put that in my crease. This is where you just do very lightly up in the corner of your crease and you blend it out. This actually isn't a very proper blending brush, but oh well. I, honest to goodness, do my makeup different every single time. So like I'm not doing this in any particular order. I'm not gonna tell you that any of this needs to be done in a particular order because I do it all differently. Like there's never a day where I sit down and I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. It's like I have no clue what I'm gonna do and I just figure it out along the way. I think I'm gonna do the dark burgundy down here at the bottom. I think that's a really pretty color. And so I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. I'm gonna put it just up in here. I'm gonna blend it into this back crease, but I'm not gonna bring it all the way over. If you do that, I mean, you can do that if you want, but it's a more dark look, so your eyes will kind of get smaller, and I kind of want to open my eyes up, so I won't bring that darker color all the way over into my eye. I'm going to go in with this Cargo Cosmetics eyeshadow kit. This was actually from TJ Maxx, and I got it for $7.99. So I think I checked it one time, and they're retailed, these little ones are retailed for $35. So if you can find any of these that aren't touched at TJ Maxx or Ross, then do it because worth it. These have really good pigmentation. I really like these colors specifically. I haven't really used the blues yet, but I've used a lot of the burgundies, and just the nudes and the shimmer are really pretty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually go in with Taj Mahal, this white color right here. And I'm just gonna put it in the inner center of my eye to also brighten it up a little bit. As you can see, it's starting to open up that eye because it's so dark over here, but it gets really light in here, which is really pretty. After that, I'm going to get a tight line brush. This one's not actually tight line, but it's the closest thing I have right now. I'm gonna line my under eye with, I think, the burgundy, because that would be really pretty. And we're just going to line, and this is okay to kind of come out farther. It doesn't need to be super tight line to your eye. It's kind of that smoky look. On date nights, I love the smoky look. So we're just gonna bring that a little over like 2/3 of your eye. You don't want to go back into here though, because that's what we're lightening and brightening. Oh, I think that's my husband. Here he comes.
Oh.
Hi!
How's it going?
Good, how are you? We're recording. Yep.
Oh, hey guys.
He's on.
It's me, Hunter.
Wow, you look cool.
Thanks, I am cool.
How was your day?
That's good.
Hey,
Yeah?
I picked out a like bedside table, but if you don't like it, I can take it back.
I love it!
And I changed the shower curtain.
You painted the shower curtain?
No, go look at it. I switched it out.
Oh, I like that.
Isn't it so cute?
Yeah.
It was $13 too, and that was the same price as that cheapo one.
I like that better.
Me too. Okay, so after I finish lining, I'm gonna go ahead and set it again, and then I'm gonna put white in my waterline. Now I'm going to put mascara on my bottom lashes, and then I'll put falsies on my top. This mascara is Essence, and I've actually only been able to find it at Ulta, so it's only like $5 though, so good deal if you have Ulta around you. Next, I'm gonna put my lashes on, and then lipstick, and I'll be done. I'm also gonna go off camera for these. Okay, we're back. I put my lashes on. As I continue to let these dry, I'm actually gonna go back over and put mascara on them, but right now I'm gonna do lips. I'm a big Jaclyn Hill fan, so I love her to death, and I think she admitted to overstating her brand, but she did come out with her lipstick collection before it got taken off the line, and I got about 4 of them. So I'm gonna actually use one of them, but you can't really buy it because she took everything off. Mine came in perfectly normal, like there weren't any kind of hairs or bubbles or anything in them, but as I use them, they kind of start to look different. So I'm gonna overline top and bottom. I really like this color. It's like it's kind of like a brown, but it's not too dark of a brown. Like I usually don't go for the brown shades because they're just like too dark on my skin. But I really like this color. So I'm gonna just put an e.l.f. gloss over top of it. And I'm just gonna kind of put it in the center. So I personally like to put mascara on my lashes, but a lot of people don't. I guess because it makes them clumpier, but I think it makes them kind of look more full. I know some people just will put mascara on like the base down here, just so it connects your lashes to the fake lashes. But I don't know, I just think they look more like my lashes when I like just put mascara on them. The only con to doing it this way is it's really hard to reuse lashes, which a lot of people like to reuse their lashes. So I'm now recently trying to put mascara on my lashes and then put falsies on. I'm still kind of getting used to it. I can't really say much to that right now just because I'm not used to doing it, but I danced for years and was always in recitals, and this is what I just did. Also, I don't think I mentioned, but I've been using Ardell's Black 110 lashes. These are really natural, so if you're not really big into the big foom lashes, I don't know if that's like a description, but you know what I'm talking about, then those are really good because they look really natural. I'm just gonna go back over these and then we'll be done with lashes. Now that we have eyes done, lips done, I'm gonna put a little bit of highlight on and then we'll be done. Okay, so I'm gonna use actually Morphe's Spark highlight. This is really good. I think it was only like $8 or something. And I'm gonna actually use one of Morphe's brushes too. I like this brush better than the fan brush. I think the fan kind of takes up too much room. I just wanna go right up there. I should have highlighted before I put lipstick on. That was an idiot move. Because I truly love doing my Cupid's bow. And then I'm gonna go up on my cheek. And I always start out light and then somehow I always just keep going and it's like so much highlight, but I love it. You obviously don't have to go this crazy with the highlight. I'm just a big fan, so. Okay, there you have it. Here is the final look. This isn't too crazy, but it's definitely not a very natural look. It looks nice, clean, and pretty. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.